Lexus is notorious for being a very fuel-efficient luxury brand, starting the wave of hybrids last decade with the RX, which was a huge success. Fast forward 10 years later, and Lexus has a hybrid model variant for almost every single model they have. Introduced just 6 years ago, the CT is a unique vehicle in the Lexus lineup, as it's the only one that offers a hybrid-only vehicle. There is no gas model variant available for the CT. But let's go ahead and check out and take a closer look at this 2017 Lexus CT and see what it has to offer. Now, many people actually don't know this, but the CT is really a Prius in disguise. It's based off of the last generation Prius, which means many of its underpinnings are the same, and most importantly, its powertrain, which delivers excellent fuel economy, by the way. But as far as styling goes on the CT, it's a lot different than the last generation Prius. I really do love the styling of the vehicle. I think it's sporty, especially with our F Sports package, which comes with the nice mesh grille, and then you also do get these pretty good looking 17-inch alloy wheels too. It really does spicing up things a little bit on the exterior of the vehicle. I think if you're going to get the CT, definitely get the F Sports package so it doesn't look as plain. But here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. Nothing too special about it here, but you do have your lock, unlock, and then your panic button. Now, if you want to tell if a Lexus is a hybrid model, and this goes for all of their hybrids, by the way, you have to start off with the badge of the vehicle, and their badges will be accented in blue. But if it's just a gasoline model, then the Lexus badge won't have the accenting. Now, this color for the CT is known as the Ultra White, and it does come with smart key access on the driver's door and the front passenger door. And I really do love the black rooftop that we do get with the F Sports package here. Really looks nice with the white, gives it that contrast. On the interior, we do have black leatherette seating. But Lexus does a pretty good job at imitating real leather, and their leatherette seats are actually more supple and soft than their regular leather seats. And you have your power driver seat with power recline and power lumbar too. Alright, now stepping on inside of the CT, I have to say, after being on the market for 6 years without any major updates to the interior, this is still a pretty nice looking interior and still fairly stylish too. I really also do love the perforated leather trim steering wheel that we do get with the F Sports package. Then you have your F Sports logo right here too, which is nice. It's a pretty sporty steering wheel design. Overall, not a bad looking interior. Now you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start, of course. Coming to your transmission, we do have a CVT automatic transmission. Go down for drive like that, up for reverse. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, that will display your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. And then you also do have regenerative braking too. And this shifter is also the same thing that you will find on the Prius as well. And then you just go push for park, easy as that. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the headlights. You also do have your fogs and the hazards. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior of the vehicle. Pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Automatic driver's side window. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. Now, it's actually really nice that Lexus offers the CT because many people don't want the stigma of a Prius, but they want that fuel efficiency and that Toyota Lexus reliability. And they also want something with a little bit more prestige as well, which is where the CT fits in. But many people don't know that the CT is based off of the last generation Prius. Now you do have halogen projector beam headlights with LED daytime running lights, which do come as standard equipment. You also do have halogen fogs. Really love that mesh grille. Now powering the CT here is a 1.8 liter inline 4-cylinder that's borrowed directly from the last generation Prius, and it's all about fuel efficiency here, but it does produce 134 horsepower at 5200 RPM and 142 pound-feet of torque at 4000 RPM, with EPA estimates being 43 in the city and 40 on the highway. Now if you're looking for a sporty driving experience with this powertrain, you won't find that here. The acceleration, it's pretty slow and it's pretty sluggish, but it's all about fuel efficiency here. If you're looking for good fuel efficiency numbers, then the CT is certainly very competitive. Now the CT is mainly in a class of its own, but one vehicle you may want to consider includes the Audi A3 e-tron, which is a hatchback and it's a plug-in hybrid, but it's a little bit more expensive than the CT here. Total vehicle price for our particular one is $39,125. EPA estimates, like I said, are 43 in the city and 40 on the highway. And then no government 5-star safety ratings just yet. Coming to the rear of the vehicle, we do have LED tail lights and a rear window wiper with a rear window defroster and an LED third brake light, as well as a shark fin antenna and rear reflectors. All of your basic power necessities, power windows, door locks, power mirrors are located right here, and chrome interior door handles. You have this nice premium stitching too. Interior quality is pretty good in the Lexus. Even though this is Lexus's cheapest model in their lineup, the interior quality is still pretty good. You have nice soft touch materials on the upper door panel, mid door panel, and the armrest too. And then all on the dashboard, it's a nice softly padded material too. And build quality is excellent. None of the panels creak inside of here, and they all feel pretty sturdy, which is nice. Overall, interior quality is what you would expect out of Lexus. Coming to the steering wheel design, like I said, I love the steering wheel design, especially this F-Sport steering wheel. And it's a 3-spoke steering wheel here. Coming over here, we do have your Bluetooth phone controls, steering wheel mounted audio controls, and your voice recognition. Let's go ahead and test out the voice recognition.
Please say a command.
Phone menu.
Go to phone. There are no phones set up to make calls. To use the hands-free system, please connect a phone. Please say a command.
Cancel.
Cancel. Voice recognition has been canceled.
So the voice recognition does pick up your voice quite well. You also do have your cruise control right here, which Toyota and Lexus have been using for a very long time, this stock. Auto dimming rearview mirror, garage home link, and your sunroof. And you also do have your map lights, sunglass container. And then down here you will also find your different modes, your driver modes. You have a normal mode, a sports mode, which does change the steering since we do have a sport tuned suspension with the F Sports package. And then it tightens up the steering and then also changes the throttle response very slightly. You also do have your eco mode too, which is your most fuel efficient setting. Then you have your EV mode too, which is electric of course, and then your traction control off right there. And then right here is where you'll find 2 USB ports and your auxiliary input, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. And then you can maybe use this as a cell phone holder, which is nice. Very thoughtful of Lexus. Then you have dual cup holders, center console, okay amount of storage in there. Then you have a little tray too. As far as the seats go, the seats are really comfortable. They're very plush and soft, and they provide a good amount of support too. They don't feel like you're sitting on a couch. But overall, I would certainly take a long road trip in this vehicle if there's only 2 people sitting in this car, because we'll get to the rear seat space in a minute. As far as visibility goes, visibility is okay in the CT. The A-pillars are pretty thin. When you get to rearward visibility, it can be a little hard to see out of this vehicle, but at least a rear view camera does come as standard equipment. You also do have your climate controls right here. We do have dual zone automatic climate control, and I love how Lexus went with physical buttons here, traditional buttons, and you have your fan speeds, temperatures for the driver and then the passenger, your dual mode, and then you also do have your different zones too. Pretty easy to figure out. And then your front window defroster as well as your rear window defroster. And you have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger too. And as you could probably hear, the gas engine just kicked in. Now, probably one of my biggest gripes about the CT is that it's a little lacking when it comes to optional safety features. You won't find adaptive cruise control in this vehicle. There's just no high-end safety technologies for the CT here. But this is Lexus's cheapest vehicle in their model lineup, so it's pretty understandable. Now, also what I love about the CT is that there's plenty of space for the front occupant. Coming to the gauges and the instrument cluster here, it's a pretty nice looking set of gauges. On the left right here, basically shows you what mode you're in, like the charge, eco, and then the power, and then it also shows you what driver mode you're in too. And then in the center you have your speedometer, and on the right you have your fuel gauge, and then your current fuel economy, average fuel economy, cruising range, elapsed time, average speed, settings, all that good stuff. Coming to the infotainment system, this is the Lexus Inform system, and it has the remote touch interface, and this is their last generation system here. But basically, let's get to your main menu. Everything is controlled by this mouse-like controller and then the buttons surrounding the mouse controller too. It's supposed to feel like a computer, but it can be a little bit distracting to use at times. This is your main menu right here. Basically, it shows you all of your different menus that you could choose from. You can also control your climate functions from here if you don't want to do it by the physical buttons right there. And then you also do have your navigation system. The map quality is okay, not the best. It's a little dated. There's no 3D rendering of buildings or anything like that, but it does show you live traffic and your points of interest, all the basic stuff here. And then you can enter in your destination by voice if you would like, or by calling a live person. Then you have your radio. Different media sources do include all of the norm here: AM, FM, XM satellite radio, your CD player with your optical disc drive, USB port with iPod integration, Bluetooth, and then your auxiliary input and your AV jack. Then you have your phone. You can hook up your Bluetooth phone, of course, have all of your contacts stored on here, and you could hook up multiple devices. And then you have an integrated dial pad. You can view your call history if you would like. Then you have your setup. There's many different settings that you could change, from general, voice, Bluetooth, audio, traffic. And then you have your Lexus app suite. When you activate the Lexus app suite, you can access apps such as iHeartRadio, Pandora, all that good stuff. Then you have your info, shows you your fuel consumption, shows you your energy monitor and the flow. And Lexus has been using that same basic setup since they first introduced hybrids. And then you have your traffic event list, predictive traffic map, and then your live weather and your Lexus Insider. Overall, the Lexus Inform system is okay. There's nothing that's jaw-dropping about its technology or anything like that. But what I really prefer is that they would make this a touchscreen instead of have this little remote touch here. Now, don't fool yourself into thinking that the CT has a sporty driving experience. That's not what this vehicle is made for. Since this vehicle is based off of the Prius, it pretty much drives like a Prius with a 1.8 liter four-cylinder that can feel sluggish at times, but it's all about fuel efficiency here, and earning up to 40 miles to the gallon, that's not bad at all. But the handling and the steering, it's a little bit better than the Prius, especially with the sports tune suspension. That does help out quite a bit. And the handling is okay. You can feel for where this vehicle is trying to go, and it doesn't feel as numb as the Prius. But this isn't a sports car here. You're not going to want to throw this around corners. But overall, if you're looking for good fuel efficiency, the CT will certainly not disappoint. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Interior quality does follow through in the rear, except for the upper door panel is hard touch, but this is all soft touch here. Now these rear seats also do fold down 60-40 split if you're looking for extra cargo space. The rear headrests are also adjustable, which is nice. And to fold the rear seats down, just pull this little tab right here and it'll come right down. Now I mentioned that there's plenty of space for the front occupants. It should be for most people. However, when you get into the rear seat of the CT here, the legroom is quite tight, as well as the headroom too. This isn't really a car that's meant for a family, maybe for a couple or even single people. And then you also do have dual map pockets right here. But if you're looking for extra space, you might have to go with the Prius, as it does offer a little bit more space than the CT here for the rear seat occupants. Alright. Now what's nice about the CT is that it does have hatchback versatility. And you do have this cargo net right here, and then you have a cargo cover too. Like I said, it's pretty easy to fold down the seats. So with its attractive and high quality interior, its sporty styling, and its good fuel efficiency, the 2017 Lexus CT200h is an excellent choice for someone who wants a Prius but doesn't want the stigma of one. Just don't look for a sporty driving experience, as the CT doesn't offer that. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.